There are two questions that I get asked a whole lot from my students. The first one is, do you name everything Bob? And the answer to that is, yeah, pretty much. And then the second most asked question is, why do you name everything Bob? So I thought I would answer that question today. Several years ago, oh my goodness, probably about 10 years ago now, in third grade, I had a little girl named Abby. And Abby was super sweet, super well behaved, and very quiet and very shy. And she didn't talk a whole lot. Now, she knew that my favorite color was yellow. I love yellow because it's bright and happy. And whenever we needed partners, my partner would be my imaginary friend. And I always called him Bob. So if we were doing a hand clapping game, Bob would be my partner. Or sometimes I needed someone to be a bad example. And so Bob would be my bad example. And I would say, now what happens if Bob plays his drum before he's supposed to? And the kids would say, you take it away. And that's right. I would take Bob's drum away. And they're like, why do you always call everything Bob? And I said, well, Bob's just a great name. It's fun to say. It's easy to spell. B-O-B, frontwards, backwards. It's all the same. Well, one day Abby came up to me and she was very quiet and she had her hands behind her back. And she said, Mrs. Layton, I have something for you. And I said, okay. And so she held up these two duckies. And she said, the boy's name is Bob. And the girl's name is Clarice. But she goes by Claire because she doesn't like the name Clarice. So call her Claire. And I said, all right, will do. Bob and Claire. So they're my original two duckies. Well, the next week, one of my students who knew that I loved yellow brought me a little minion. And I said, oh my goodness, it's the minister. His name is Bob the minister, and he's going to marry Bob and Claire. And that was our running joke. Let's see if I can stick them there. There we go. And the next week, another student came up to me and said, Mrs. Layton, I have something for you. And I said, oh, really? What is it? And they said, oh, it's a little baby ducky. And I said, oh my goodness, how cute. Bob and Claire had a baby. They named it Baby Bob. Aww. And I stuck Bob and Claire and Baby Bob and Minister Bob on my piano. And that kind of started an avalanche. After that, occasionally when kids were cleaning out their toy boxes or underneath their bed or whatnot, and they found a minion or a rubber ducky or just a random little animal toy or whatnot, they would bring it to me and I would name them all Bob because Bob's a great name. So this is the original Bob. This is still Claire. She does not go by Bob. And that is the story of how my duckies all started.